List the four factors affecting accuracy of instrument. What are the four factors affecting the accuracy of the instrument? Let us see. First of all, environmental factors, temperature, pressure, humidity, etc. So for the accuracy of the measurement, temperature should not vary. Temperature should have standard value, and the standard value of temperature, as I had told you previously, is 20 degrees centigrade. The measurements which are taken at 20 degrees centigrade are supposed to be the right measurements, correct measurements. And the pressure also should be 760 millimeters of mercury. When the pressure during measurement is 760 millimeter of mercury, atmospheric pressure, then the readings which are taken, the measurements done by the instrument are accurate. The humidity should be proper. If the humidity is excessive, then it may affect the readings, affect the measurements done by the instrument. Then it depends upon the person who is taking the readings. The person who is measuring, taking the measurements. So there may be some observation errors, or errors may take place due to improper handling of the instrument, or if excessive pressure is applied on the component, then loading error may occur, may be induced, and this will affect the measurement of the instrument and the accuracy of the instrument. There may be some defect in the instrument, maybe some defect in calibration, or some defect might have been induced due to improper handling of the instrument. So due to that also, the accuracy of the instrument is affected. It also depends upon the shape and the size of the object which is being measured. Some objects are not suitable for measurement. Their shape is very critical, so easily you cannot measure. So you have to use the proper methods for measurement of the various dimensions of such objects which are having critical size and critical shape. So depending upon the shape and size of the object, the measurements are also affected, the accuracy is also affected. Now let us study the selection criteria of the instrument. How to decide, how to select the appropriate instrument for a particular measurement. We must select the right instrument for a particular measurement. If the instrument itself is not right, then how can we get the right measured values? First of all, the range of the instrument should be correct. Whatever quantities we are measuring, or whatever values we are measuring, the measured values should lie within the range of the instrument. Suppose we want to measure something like 980 meters, and the instrument can measure only 100 meters. Then it is not possible for the instrument to measure, to take that readings. If you take the scale of 15 centimeter length, and if we try to measure the, say, 120 centimeter length, then it is difficult. You have to take the measurements again and again, you have to mark in between, and this will cause inaccuracy in the measurement. Accuracy and precision of the instrument. So depending upon the measurement, depending upon the functional requirement of the job of the device, the measurement accuracy depends. So the measuring instrument should be sufficiently accurate and precise. So the accuracy and precision depends upon what type of measurements are being done. Then the readability of the instrument should be proper. We should select such an instrument whose readability is good. We can easily read the measured value of the instrument. Such instrument should be selected. Portability and compactness of the instrument. We should be able to carry the instrument easily. Handling of the instrument should be easy, and the instrument should be sufficiently compact. It should not be a large one, difficult to carry. Cost of the instrument. The cost of the instrument should be minimum. Now the cost of the instrument depends upon the function, depends upon the requirement, depends upon the seriousness of the measurement. If the measurement is very important, very accurate, then we can use costly instrument. But otherwise there is no need of using the costly instruments. We should use the costly instrument only if it is required, only if there is no alternative than to use the costly instrument. Or as far as possible, we must try to avoid the use of costly instrument. We must try to use the instrument whose cost is less. The sensitivity of the instrument is also very important. If we are interested to measure the small variations, then the instrument should be sensitive. And if we want that there should be no, the measured quantity should not be affected by the external factors, environmental factors like temperature, pressure, vibrations, etc., then we must use the instrument of less sensitivity. Then we must also check that what is the effect of surrounding environment on the instrument. The environment in which we are using a particular instrument should suit that particular instrument. That particular instrument should work properly in that environment. Otherwise, we have to change the measuring instrument. We have to select such an measuring instrument which is suitable for that particular environment. We have to take some precautions while using an instrument. What are the precautions which we should take while using an instrument? First of all, mishandling of the instrument should be avoided. We should not mishandle the instrument. We should not play with the instrument. We should be careful while handling the instrument. We should see that the instrument never falls. We should not apply excessive pressure during measurement. So, care should be taken. We should clean the instrument. We should maintain the instrument. If required, sometimes some instruments are required to be lubricated, so we should properly lubricate the instruments and clean the instruments. We should keep the instruments in proper box so that there is no effect of the environmental conditions, or the dust and dirt effect will be minimized. There will be no corrosion to the various parts of the instrument due to dirt and dust, or due to moisture which is present in the environment. We can apply petroleum jelly when the instrument is not in use to avoid the corrosion. So with the help of petroleum jelly, corrosion can be avoided. Keep the instrument in appropriate box when it is not being used. Don't keep it anywhere. Don't keep it open. Keep it in its own box and close the box. Keep the box at proper place. Do not touch highly finished surfaces of the instrument. If you are continuously touching the finished surfaces of the instrument, then the surface finish will be lost, right? And the accuracy of measurement will be lost. Some other precautions which we have to take while using the instrument: maintain internationally accepted standard environmental conditions of the instrument. Environmental conditions should be standard. Internationally accepted environmental conditions should be used. As I have told you that these conditions are nothing but temperature should be 20 degrees centigrade and atmospheric pressure should be 760 millimeter of mercury. Standard atmospheric conditions. Minimum handling of highly sensitive instrument. try to handle it properly. Handling should be minimum. Unnecessary handling should be avoided. Only touch at certain places of the instrument. Don't touch it anywhere. Use hand gloves to avoid transfer of human body heat to the instrument. Some devices, measuring instruments may be very sophisticated. So the heat of human body may also affect the accuracy of the instrument. We are studying the precautions, and finally we will be studying the concept of least count of the measuring instrument. So least count of the measuring instrument is nothing but the smallest value that can be measured accurately by that particular measuring instrument is called as the least count of that particular measuring instrument. The smallest value which can be read accurately by that particular measuring instrument. The smallest value we should be able to read the smallest value up to the required accuracy, and that smallest value which we can read by the instrument up to the required accuracy is called as the least count of the measuring instrument. So in the next lecture we will study in detail what is the least count of the measuring instrument with the help of the